Good morning, welcome to Petals from the Past. My name's Jason Powell, and today I want to talk a little bit about pruning roses. We're looking specifically at a climbing rose called Mermaid this morning on an arbor that leads to our water garden. First thing that I always do if I'm getting ready to prune, timing is essential. Today's February the 22nd. This is when we're doing severe pruning on our climbing and our repeat flowering shrub roses, so we're generally cutting our shrubs back by 1/3 to 1/2. Our climbing roses, our goal is to reduce the side branches to about 6 to 8 inches. Tools, what do you need to have? A good pair of gloves. I like these Deluxe Rose Pro gloves because they come all the way up my arms and keep me from hopefully bleeding. A good pair of long-handled loppers. Also, a good pair of short-handled clippers. I like these Felcos for all purposes. Now, with a climbing rose, any climbing rose, certainly it's the case with Mermaid, I have two different types of canes that I'm looking for. I have my structural canes, which are these larger canes in here that are what are actually attached to the arbor. Coming away from the main trunks or main limbs are the side branches. That's where the actual flowering occurs. That's what we see when we look at these beautiful roses in bloom in the season. We're seeing those blooms occur on the side branches. So remember, you've got main limbs that are what you attach to the arbor. Then you have side branches where the actual blooming occurs. For our purposes here in February, we're going to leave the main branches untouched, and we're going to prune the side branches back to about 4 to 6 inches. Remember, we planted this climbing rose, and you planted your climbing rose over an arbor to bring attention to the arbor. If your blooms are way out here, you're bringing the focus away from your primary entrance. So I'm going to start pruning these side branches, and we're going to reach in and cut the side branches to about 4 to 6 inches in length. I'm going to start down low and move my way up and over the arbor. This is also a perfect time if you happen to see any dead canes that you have in the interior of the rose. This is a perfect opportunity like this one to remove it. It's not doing you any good in there. If I have canes that are going through the center of the arbor over to the other side, I'm going to remove them as well. And here you can see the final shot where we've removed about 2 to 3 feet of length of the side branches. The side branches are now 8 to 12 inches above the height of the arbor. And remember, we have our main branches. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Those are the structural branches that are tied to the arbor. The side branches are what we've been pruning today. We haven't touched the main branches. We've simply pruned the side branches that are where that are coming off of the arbor to 8 to 12 inches above the height of the arbor. That way, when this mermaid rose flowers this spring, all of that surface area right here will be covered right over the top of our arbor.